The new Premier League season kicks off tonight at Brentford as they take on our North London rivals Arsenal. Tottenham's game is 2 days away when we will be facing the champions Manchester City at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium Sunday afternoon. The Europa Conference League details as we will now travel to Portugal for the playoff game next week. Talks with Dusan Vlahovic and Tottenham Hotspur legend Glenn Hoddle on Harry Kane, stating if he does leave, it has to be for at least £150 million. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. In today's video, I'll be going through all of the latest Tottenham news, all of the rumours and all of the reports. And if you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. Just before I get into today's video, make sure that you download the OneFootball app for all of the live football scores, results and news, as well as getting all of the latest Spurs news on this channel. You can also see it all here. Download the OneFootball app to keep up to date with everything Tottenham Hotspur, club news, transfer news, match information, videos, tables and results from all around the world. Don't miss out, and please do let me know what you think of this app. Now, the Premier League is officially back this evening. Brentford will host our North London rivals Arsenal, 8 PM kickoff tonight. Best of luck to Brentford for their first ever game in the Premier League. 7 games take place tomorrow. Manchester United against Leeds, Burnley against Brighton, Chelsea against Crystal Palace, Everton will take on Southampton, Leicester against Wolves, Watford against Aston Villa, and Norwich City will play Liverpool. And then, of course, on Sunday, we will be in action for our first game of this Premier League season when we will host the champions Manchester City, 4:30 PM kickoff. One other game taking place on Sunday, and that is the 2 PM kickoff. Newcastle will take on West Ham. Now, my thoughts on this Premier League season, of course, Manchester City are looking very, very strong again. It'll be very interesting to see what happens with the Harry Kane situation, whether they come back with another bid, another offer for our main striker. But tonight, the Premier League kicks off officially. And as I said earlier, best of luck to Brentford in their first ever Premier League game. You know, lovely to see them in the Premier League. And I'm fancying them to get a result and getting the 3 points and going top of the league this evening. Let's hope that Tottenham Hotspur can get the 3 points on Sunday. Personally, I'm going to go for a Tottenham Hotspur win. I know a lot of people will probably be shouting at me saying, how on earth can we beat the champions Manchester City? But I don't know what it is. I'm feeling a little bit more confident than what I was a couple of weeks ago. And, you know, providing that we can get off to a good start in this game. And dare I say it, Manchester City have never scored a goal at our brand new home so far. So, you know, Tottenham have to go into this game very confident. And I'm hoping that we can get the 3 points on Sunday afternoon. Please do let me know your score predictions in the comment section below. Now, last night it was confirmed that Tottenham Hotspur will face Portuguese side Pacos de Ferreira in our first game of the Europa Conference League. Now, we will be playing the first leg of the playoff next Thursday, on Thursday the 19th of August. That game will be away from home. And then the home leg will be on Thursday the 26th of August. The winner of this tie of the playoff will then go through to the group stages of the Europa Conference League. Now, just a little bit of information on our opponents in Portugal. Now, they were founded in 1950, 71 years ago. They have a capacity at their ground of 9,077. They finished 5th in the Portuguese Premier League last season out of 18 teams. Now, the Portuguese club have played European football before. They were in the UEFA Cup in the 2007-8 season. They played in the Europa League in the 2009-10 season. They played in the Champions League playoff round in the 13-14 season and then dropped down to the Europa League in the same season. And now they are entering the Europa Conference League for the very first time. Of course, this is a brand new competition. They have just beaten Northern Irish club Larne. They beat them 4-0 in the first leg last week, and they actually lost 1-0 to them last night away from home. So they won the tie at 4-1 on aggregate. Now, my thoughts on this competition itself, the Europa Conference League. Of course, it is a brand new competition. We all know as Tottenham Hotspur fans, 2 years ago, we were in a Champions League final, playing Champions League football year in, year out. It was a regular thing. And then, of course, last season under Jose Mourinho, we went into the Europa League. And now, this season, we are about to go into the third-rate European competition, this new competition, the Europa Conference League. So, we all know as Spurs fans, this is not where we want to be. The players, the manager, the board, every single person connected to Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, this is not where we want to be. But we are in this competition, and I'm a great believer of when you're in a competition, go all out and do your best to win it, go to the final and lift that trophy. You know, we all know that trophies are way, way overdue at our club. And there is no doubt in my mind that Tottenham Hotspur can go far in this competition. We've got good experience in our squad. You know, we've got new players as well. And of course, we've got a lot of very, very good youngsters coming through. Nuno Espirito Santo has used a lot of these youngsters in a lot of the pre-season games. And I have no doubt that he will use a lot of these young players in these Europa Conference League games to give them, really good experience and, most importantly, game time during this season. With that said about the young players, I hope that Nuno Espirito Santo does take this competition fairly seriously and put a lot of first-team players in there as well. And I believe that Tottenham Hotspur can go very far in this competition. Why can't we go all the way to the final and lift this trophy? You know, it's been 37 years since Graham Roberts as captain on the night in 1984 when we lifted the UEFA Cup. That is our last European trophy. So, I'm hoping that we can go far in this competition, and I don't think that there is any reason why we shouldn't. A report has been published by the Daily Express, and they are stating that Tottenham intensified talks for Dusan Vlahovic after collapse of Lautaro Martinez transfer. Tottenham are in direct contact with Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic's representatives. The Daily Express are stating that they understand that Tottenham are stepping up their pursuit of Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic following the collapse of their £60 million swoop for Lautaro Martinez. Spurs have been in direct contact with his agent for well over a week, but a source has confirmed talks behind the scenes have intensified in the past 48 hours, with Martinez now expected to sign a new lucrative contract with Inter Milan. Later in this report, it says that Spurs are still working around the clock to bring in a new striker for Nuno Espirito Santo, amid reports that Manchester City are expected to bid £120 million for Harry Kane next week. The magnitude of that offer is expected to put Spurs under serious pressure once again, particularly given Harry Kane's desire to leave, meaning that Spurs need a potential replacement at the ready. Their plan A remains to partner Vlahovic with their talisman Harry Kane this season though, and the club are not thought to be actively targeting the Fiorentina frontman as Harry Kane's replacement. Now, my thoughts on this. Personally, I would love to see Dusan Vlahovic at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. He's 21, he scores goals, a fantastic centre-forward, did very well last season for Italian side Fiorentina. And personally, I would love to see him and Harry Kane play up front. I would love to see two strikers play for Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, because it has been a while since we have seen that with the formation that we have played, particularly under the management of Mauricio Pochettino and Jose Mourinho. So it'll be an interesting few days. It'll be an interesting few weeks, bearing in mind that the transfer window ends on the 31st of August. And as I've been saying on every video for the last week or two, an interesting few days coming up with the Harry Kane situation. Tottenham Hotspur legend Glenn Hoddle has been talking about the Harry Kane situation. Will he sign for Manchester City in this transfer window? He has been talking to BT Sport and said the following: I would think that £150 million is the level that Manchester City need to go to if they are going to convince Daniel Levy to consider selling. I'm not sure whether Manchester City will go to that level, and I'm sure that they would want to include some players in part exchange as part of the deal. But what players would want to go in that scenario? I always felt that that was not going to happen. Hoddle then went on to say, I always felt that money needed to be pushed up, and if they did go to £150 million, that would be the level where Daniel Levy would have to say Kane is worth that and maybe a bit more. If Jack Grealish is worth £100 million, Harry Kane has to be worth that much more. As a Spurs man, I'm hoping it doesn't happen and he stays. But if Harry Kane wants to go, then it has to be for a correct amount of money. And I think £150 million would be just the figure. Glenn Hoddle then said, Spurs fans know what a fantastic job he has done for the club and he deserves success. If he is going to go away from Tottenham, you can't begrudge him in many ways. As long as the money is put back into the team and invested properly, I think the fans would understand a deal of that scale. Now, my thoughts on Glenn Hoddle's comments, I completely agree with every single word he has said there. I don't think any Tottenham Hotspur fan would begrudge Harry Kane moving from Spurs. He wants success, he wants trophies, as we all do as fans as well. But sadly, it's not happened for him. It's not happened for us, for whatever reason. But when he's talking about £150 million, I don't think Spurs can let Harry Kane go for less than £150 million. And it's all about, that reinvestment. We get £150 million in for Harry Kane. I completely agree with what Glenn Hoddle said there. As long as the money is put back into the team and invested properly. And I think that that's what a lot of us fans are worried about. If we get that amount of money in, how do we spend it? Do we spend it wisely? It has to be done in the correct way. But, defensive reinforcements, and I'll go on about this in every single video at the moment, defensive reinforcements in this transfer window is absolutely key. A real statement signing last week, Christian Romero. And, let's hope that we can just get one or two more additions in defensively in this transfer window. And lastly, I forgot to mention that Portuguese club Paços de Ferreira are actually nicknamed the Beavers. So not only do we face Manchester City this Sunday, it is a very busy week coming up. Next Thursday, it is against the Beavers. And then on the Sunday, it's against the Wolves. Thanks for watching today's short update. Please do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below on everything I've spoken about in today's video. If you don't subscribe to the channel as yet, please do hit that subscribe button. I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs.